about some of the vocabulary that you might hear in the presentation so that you can get a little familiar first. So, of course, for the 4th of July, one of the biggest things that we have is fireworks. So, fireworks are, I'm sure you have them as well, are these huge explosions made with gunpowder, and we use them in several celebrations, but mostly 4th of July. That is the big time that we use fireworks. In the United States, fireworks are very loud. I know in some countries they are not, but they often have big sounds of explosions and popping sounds. So sometimes they're a little bit scary, but they're very pretty to watch. Do you guys also use fireworks to celebrate holidays in your country?
Yeah.
Yes, we do. We
What
celebrate
holidays do you celebrate with
New
fireworks?
Year.
New Year?
We celebrate at New Year. Yes.
Ah, wonderful.
Yeah. Like
New Year in Taipei 101.
yeah, every year.
Oh, very nice. Do you go to watch fireworks or do you get to light the fireworks with your family?
I
You
watch
can
on
watch
TV.
like you'll be around Taipei 101, and then you can watch it
I watch on
Oh,
right below it.
very nice. Okay, great. Wonderful. So another thing that we like to do is we'll have barbecues, and for barbecues, these are kind of a meal. It's almost like a party, and you will oftentimes see this big grill outside. And so people will cook outdoors and they'll cook things like hamburgers or hot dogs. So hamburgers are really, really popular as well as hot dogs. So we will cook those, and then oftentimes we'll have chips and other things to go with those as well. Um, of course, we want to make sure that we have lots of types of food. So we have condiments and sauces for seasonings. And then sometimes barbecues are also picnics, or people can go out for a picnic. So a picnic is a packed meal, and we usually will take this meal to eat outside, usually on a blanket or something to sit on, but oftentimes we'll be in parks or on the beach or in a grassy area, but it is often a really fun time. So one thing that we also have is sparklers. These are really popular for 4th of July. Um, we have in some cities, people can light fireworks themselves. And so this is a very common firework that people will see. It's the safest. It's still fire, so we still want to be careful. But it is usually a safer firework. And so sometimes you'll see people try to write messages in the sky because of how the light travels in the smoke. So it's really pretty. Um, 4th of July is also a really good time for pool parties. So we will gather around bodies of water, whether it is a pool or a beach. It's a good time to go swimming. And we will also have parades. So I wanted to put in some pictures here to show you some of the different um, types of things that you'll see at a parade. There's often people who are marching through the streets in beautiful clothing or fancy clothing with lots of decorations. Um, and there are bands that will march through and they'll play music. There will be bands from the military bands, and there will also be bands from schools, like your school. So if you have a band at school, then they would ask you to come and join in the parade and play your instrument as you walk down the street. They will also make these really beautiful floats, and sometimes people will ride on them, and sometimes they're just pretty to look at. but they will also pull those through. And that's all I have for vocabulary, but I also wanted to show you a picture of the sparklers. So this is how people like to draw in the sky with the sparklers, so that people can see through the smoke. All right.
And for those of you that like chemistry, fireworks are made possible by something called a redox reaction, reduction and oxidation.
All right. And next to talk about culture.
All right. So